Okay, so first of all, I would like to tell you that how I am taking these MTR setups, right? So if you can see, this is the CAD JPY chart, and I've started, this is on the 21st Feb, right? So the week will start on 24. So we got a setup, you can see. Right, and let me just change the color of candles so it will be. Okay, so you can see we got a high and then another higher high, and then on third day we got a lower high. So really we should be trading the break of low of that area. This was the low. So we will be trading when this point got broken. So let's start how it goes. So the market started on Monday with a gap, and now now you can see the price is just about to break our desired level, but it has not broken yet. We need a clean break. Just keep seeing it. Now, at this point, price has broken cleanly. So what I will do, I will just place a sell and I will calculate the number of pips. Like this should be my stop loss area, like here. So I will calculate the stop loss. So this is 70 pips stop loss. You can do in two ways. Like if you just want to keep your stop loss just above that high, or you can also keep your stop loss just above this swing high, like this, right? Suppose we keep it at the day high. So we keep the stop loss here, 70 pips to understand easily. We get 70 pips and then we add 70 pips take profit and then we sold. So this is how I took entry here, but most of the time I keep my stop loss tight, but for you, you should be keeping a stop loss there. So now you can see the price is moving. Let me just speed up a bit. So now you can see the price is moving, right? So this is how I'm trading these MTR setups. I hope you like this new system of mine, that how I am explaining these setups with this simulator, and it will be much better to understand, I think. So if you see, if you would have kept your stop loss here, it would have give you a one-to-one already at that point, that I do most of the time. But for understanding, our stop loss should be above the trigger day high. So we are watching it, that how it plays out. But when the trade goes like in some pips, it is about 20 pips in profit. So you can move your stop loss to your entry, or just keep it that high. It all depends on your emotions and how you manage the trades. Some people like to move their stop losses on entry when the trade moves in 20, 25, 30 pips, but some just like to keep the stop loss at that level and wait for the results. So it all depends on you, and you can see the price is moving nice in profit. Let me just speed up a bit, and at that point it should have hit your take profit, or it will hit take profit. uh, yeah, You can see this is based on the full risk value. 1 to 1 you would have got 70 pips here, and in the single day. Normally on MTR setup we also wait for like 1 2 or 3 or even 1 week as well, but you can see 1 to 1 profit and you are out and you are happy and you are out of the trade. And although it is still going down, and on the next day it has made another move down, you can see. So if you have waited for like 3 days more, it would have given you this much profit. This is like if we have entered here, so in 4 days we would have got 180 pips on this cat JPY, right? I hope this is clear. Now let me stop it. I'm closing out this word. Let's start another one. Another example of MTR was on USD JPY. So let's see how that USD JPY trade performed. Okay, so on USD JPY, we had another MTR setup. Right, so this is higher high and then we got a lower high, and we should be trading the break of that point. That is the thing. These two candles are just gap candle. Ignore these two one. These are on the Monday opening. So these are the low points that we needed to trade. So let's start the simulation. So on Monday when the market opened, the price was right at our entry and we are waiting for the break of this level. We need a clean break of that level, guys. This is not a clean break because this is just hitting the level. So we need a bit of clean break. As you can see, the price just went up by hitting, because that will be acting as a support, and we need the now you can see. Let me just go back a bit. So that candle, this has broken clean. So on the close of that candle, you can enter here. So, and you should always calculate your number of pips. Like this is the number of pips and it is about 67 pips. Or if you just keep your stop loss, want to keep your stop loss at a last swing high, this is, so you can also mark here. So for full understanding, for all the new guys, we should be keeping a stop loss here, and that is almost 70 pips. So 70 pips sell and 70 pips take profit. We will enter in a sell and then see how it goes. And this was very quick actually, and it has given you profit straight after 4 to 5 hours. Let me just play. you can see after that clean break price, a good MTR setup is always that where the price broke clean and then it start moving in your favor without major pullbacks. That is a good MTR, like this one. You see, price entered, just a little pullback. If you missed here, just a little pullback to get you entry here, and then you can see straight hitting towards the take profit target. This is live. This is an environment that was like only Monday, and with this simulator, I am able to show you that how that market played out on that particular day. I hope you guys like this, and this is the thing I was talking about, that our trainings, our session will be taken to another level, and I hope you guys like it. And with this thing, you can test any strategy, go back in history and just keep testing it. But obviously, we need to see the live or the recent week's trade. So as you can see, this is moving nice in profit. So this has hit profit target, and this has gone even further down. If you would have held it for like a couple of more days, you can see it has given you 1 to 2 profit. Like here, like here. You can see it has given you a profit of about 170 pips in full week. But this is not the case all the time. That is why I say take profit on 1 to 1. So this is how MTR played out, and we got 2 MTR on NZD CAD and odd CAD that did not perform well, and they hit the stop loss. But let me, Hashi, no, let me show you those losing MTR setups, so you know that how that market played out and how you would have. I think we should watch this NZD CAD. Where is this NZD CAD? Yeah. The strategy is really fine, guys. I am doing it. I am keeping the record of this strategy from November, and in a month, you will get most of the trade in profits. But yes, there will be weeks where the MTR setups will not go as good as in the other weeks. Like the last week, we got 2 good MTR setups on JPY pairs, but we got losing MTR setups on the CAD pair. That is what I am going to show you on the NZD CAD, and I will show you that how you would have or you should have traded that one when the trade goes in loss, what we should be doing. And just I am waiting for this data to be downloaded, and then I will show you how it was. G beta. Okay. Okay. Cool. Oh, yeah, maybe take a. Okay, so the data has been downloaded. Let's start this NZD cat. Start from this week. On this, I'm not changing the colors. Let me just change. Okay, so let's see on NZD cat. We got setup where. Okay, so you can see we got a setup, lower low, this lower low, and then we got a higher low. So what we wanted is that we wanted to trade the break of that level. And this level was broken here. So let's say we would have entered on a buy here, and our stop loss should be, if you entered here, as this level was broken, and your stop loss should be below that level. So that is just about 80 pips, you can say. So we entered in a buy as per system rules. And normally when our stop loss is just here, and then we got this as well. So I drag that stop loss just below that low point because that is very close. But by rules, our stop loss should be here. So let's see how this goes. So you can see straight after entry, it went in drawdown, right? So this is not a perfect MTR setup, that after level got broken and it went straight into drawdown. So that is not a perfect MTR setup, but we will wait what happens. And it is coming close to the stop loss area. So that is totally not a good MTR setup, or you can say that the setup has failed because you cannot win all the trades. But at that point on this candle, it has given you some hope that you will be hoping that, okay, it will go and it will move in our profit zone. But remember, this setup is not good because it went straight into drawdown. So it is a sign that this downtrend will continue. So let's see how what happens next. And then again, it was coming close to your stop loss area and coming. We are waiting, almost about to hit your stop loss, and so close to being hit stop loss. And then these two green candles has given us a hope that it will go in. And here, so you can see it is it started moving in because our setup was triggered here, and it is now third day. So what you can do, you can just close here on this minimum loss because it has almost hit your stop loss, and now it is coming towards entry. So you can close here or at that point you should have closed it, because this was not a good setup and it was almost hitting a stop loss. So you could have closing here means that you saved that profit, because that would have been given you a 70 USD loss if you traded 0.1 and it went right on your entry. You could have just closed it here or move towards the other setups, because this was a failed pattern to me. As you can see, and that hit stop loss. So that is how, but I consider it a failed setup and a fail MTR, and you can see how it happened, and I have shown you right with the real data center. This is the real time data, guys, and I hope you got some understanding on this MTR setups now. So if you have some questions, I am unmuting all of you. So ask your question, and then I will show you the London breakout strategy, that how you are going to take that. Yes. So ask your questions, please. मुबीन भाई क्वेश्चन आप पूछ लें जो कुछ पूछना है. वालेकुम सलाम.
अच्छा उमर भाई एमटीआर के रिलेटेड तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह क्लियर है मेरा सब इसके ना, क्योंकि तीन चार सेशन हो गए मैं इसी पे जो है ना
सही.
थोड़ा सा अगर आज रिस्क मैनेजमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग आप थोड़ा सा बता दें.
ठीक है, रिस्क मैनेजमेंट मैं बताता हूँ आपको, बल्कि हम अपना जो लंदन ब्रेकआउट है ना उसमें ही मैं रिस्क मैनेजमेंट आपको बताता हूँ कैसे करते हैं. Okay, so guys, I'm trying to open a chart on Euro Pound to show you London breakout, because the London breakout strategy will mostly work on the pound pairs, and I have selected this Euro Pound. Let's see, and we are doing it on 15-minute chart. So let's load the chart data and see how it goes. I'm not changing the colors this time. Okay, so let's. Okay, so Mubin has asked a question about the risk management. So about the risk management, I would suggest that you should be taking risk a certain percentage of your account on a single trade. For example, if you are trading MTR setup, you can risk 5% per trade if your account is less than 1000 USD. Obviously, when the account value goes up, you can reduce your risk percentage per trade. So idea is that if you are taking like 10 trades in a week, so you should be taking only risking 5% per trade. So when you risk 5% on a trade, and even if you lose all 10 trades, still you will have 50% of your equity left. But you know that if you trade 10 MTR setups, only 2 or 3 will fail, or then you can get, if you get 7 profit and 3 losses, then the net profit will be like 20%. So this is how the risk management works. मुबीन भाई इस तरह है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपका 1000 USD का अकाउंट है, तो आपने एक ट्रेड पे $50 रिस्क करने हैं. तो इस तरह जब आप एक वीक में 10 ट्रेड्स लेते हैं, 10 में से जाती हैं 3 लॉस में और 7 जाती हैं प्रॉफिट में, तो आपने टेक प्रॉफिट भी $50 पे रखना है, जिसको हम 1 to 1 बोलते हैं। सो 1 to 1
ठीक।
के हिसाब से 7 प्रॉफिट हो गए, 3 लॉस हो गए, तो उसका क्या हो जाता है, 7 प्रॉफिट का मतलब $350 और 3 लॉसेस का मतलब $150 गया, तो नेट हमारे पास $200 प्रॉफिट में आ गया। इस तरह जब आप ट्रेडिंग करेंगे तो आपका अकाउंट ग्रो करेगा और आप रिलैक्स भी रहेंगे, अकाउंट उड़ेगा नहीं। सो
सही।
सही है ना। परसेंटेज किस तरह सेट करते हैं, उसके लिए एक ये है, वो आप इसके बाद में वो थोड़ा सा आपको एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ, बल्कि उसका थोड़ा सा जो पैटर्न है वो यहीं पे इसी में आपको मैं एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ। सो
ठीक।
we are like that EA that I'm talking about. I've given the link of EFPs at TradePad EA that give you an option to open like certain percent of risk in a single trade. For example, we are about to risk 5% in a trade, and then we only have to give take profit and SL values. And now I'll start this simulation, and then we'll see how this goes and how our trade should be looking. This is too big, right? So the day started, and London session is about 5. I think London session starts here. Right. So we are seeing this, and as you can see, price is in consolidation, and this has actually broken already, but we'll see. So at that point, it is approaching the London session. So what I will do, I will mark these areas. So, and then the below area. So this is our area of interest. If it broke up, we will buy. If it broke down, we will sell. But my bias or my favor is on the buy side, because on the downside, we got this support as well. So let's see how it goes.
वो खांसी बहुत आती है ना।
अब कासिंग का वो चेंज हो गया इसका।
So you can see this has broken up, and we have risk 5%, and we have to calculate this. That is why I say you need practice, because in a few seconds you should be able to calculate your stop loss area. This is about 25, let's say 25 pips. So we keep our stop loss at 25 pips, and we set our take profit at 1 to 1 on 25 pips. So we will buy here, and let's see, it is just at the resistance. The take profit is just at the resistance. I would like my take profit a bit low so that it can be hit. So let's see how this goes. Oh, and you can see it has, let me just slow down a little bit. So we entered here, and you can see straight away this breakout strategy working, and you can say this was actually a very quick breakout, and it has given you take profit. You see, this is, you see, are you seeing the price? It is finding some resistance here, because that is a resistance level, but it has managed to break that level, and you can see it will go further up. But our one-to-one profit has been done. So we are out of the trade, and no matter what it do next, we are good. We have made profit. We have made 5%, guys. And you can see, as I told you, it will go further up, and it has gone further up to give you 1 to 2. But in start, you should be taking profit on 1-to-1. And when you start getting some profit account growth, you can start holding your trades. As you can see, this has given, if you would have held it, this would have given you 60 pips profit in one day. On euro pound, 60 pips is like 150 on pound USD. And still it is going. So on the next day, now the next day has started. We will see if it made another breakout. You can see in the Asian session, it will make a tight range. And we are looking for that tight range. Let me see when the London session start. Yeah, so London session is about to start. So at that point, at that area, London session is about to start. So we will mark our areas. Actually, no, yaar. So that level and that level. To be better, we keep it that level.
Nie wiem, no ładne.
So you can calculate always your stop loss based on these levels. So this is about 20 pips. So on breakout, add 5 more pips. So our stop loss should be on 25 pips. So let's see how this goes. And this is not a clean breakout because that is a wick. We'll wait for another candle. Now this is a clean breakout, right? We will enter here, and we entered here. So this is our buy, and let's see how it goes. This London breakout strategy is very powerful, guys, and you can make a trade every day on when you are seeing such tight consolidation, and most of the time it will hit your profit target. But yes, on
No
some
tak,
days,
no jest, a co byś nie porąbał?
on some days it will just wick up and wick down. So on some day it will be just choppy, but most of the time it will be clean. Like yesterday it was clean break, and today it is also looking like a clean break. So let's see how it goes. Yesterday was very quick to profit,
No,
but
ale się nie wytrzymał.
so this is how it goes. Some days it will be like quick, some days it will be like slow breakout, but you can see this was very smooth. This is very smooth breakout, and it has given you 1-to-1 profit already, and it is still going. Still going. If you had held it, it would have given you 1-to-2 profits. So on London breakout, you are very much in a position to take 1-to-2 profits. But as I say in every session that you should be taking profit on 1-to-1 in start. And when you start feeling confident and comfortable in a strategy, you can always hold your strategy, because all the strategies, they will give you 1-to-2, 1-to-3 profits on some days. On some days, they will just give you 1-to-1. So this is all the practice that you have to do, guys. And I hope you like this simulation thing, because this is real-time data, and this is how the market have reacted. And you can see this was a very good clean break on. So you can see this is about 90 pips on euro pound. 90 pips on euro pound means 200 plus pips on pound USD or any other pairs, because the euro pound, this it moves slow. And also you can see we risked 25 pips and we got almost 1-to-4 points, right? So this is all about today, and this is the thing I was talking about in the weekdays, that our trainings will be going to next level. And I hope you like today's session. And now your questions, and I'm closing this one. Let me just see what we did. We did, I think, some trades, and let's see statistics. So you can say this was the 10,000 USD account, and in earlier trades I was using 0.01 lot size, but you can see gross profit here, and You can see we made some good profit this week. So with two strategies, there is one more intraday strategy that I will discuss in next session maybe. That is also a trend following strategy that we will discuss in next week. But for today, this is enough. I think MTR and London breakout, these are the things that I use mostly. So your question, guys? I hope today any confusion that you had, that should be clear now. This was the intraday example. The London breakout is intraday strategy. Or you talking about the other strategy? Other strategy, I have to download the data for that one, but I can show you that as well. Let me close this one, and I will show you on. I think I have traded a Euro CAD trade that I posted on my Facebook wall, so I will show you how I traded that one. I don't remember the exact day, but I think it was on Friday or maybe Thursday it was. Thursday it was. So let's see on EuroCAD. EuroCAD. So let's wait for the data to be downloaded. So that strategy will work when a trend is going strong, like Euro pairs were going strong. So that strategy will work good on that strong trend. And we are using a break and retest rule there, and we are using those bullish flags and bearish flags, and then we are trading the break of those areas. So the complete strategy I will show you in next session, but for example, just for an example, I will show you on this chart. Let's let it load. Meanwhile, the data is being downloaded. You can say anything about this new method that I'm using to like illustrate the live trade examples, and I think you should like it, or you can give your suggestion, but this is, I think, very better than the previous sessions.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैर भाई।
वालेकुम सलाम जी साहब भाई, ये सही
अच्छा,
लगा है आज का?
हाँ जी ठीक है। मैं लंदन ब्रेकआउट में जो है वो ट्रेंड के हिसाब से भी एंट्री ली जा सकती है, यानी कि अगर ट्रेंड अप का है तो अप साइड पे अगर ब्रेकआउट
हाँ हाँ, ऑब्वियसली देखो ट्रेंड अगर एक अप जा रहा है ना, तो होता क्या है कि एशियन सेशन में होती है कंसोलिडेशन, तो जैसे ही अपसाइड पे ब्रेक हो तो समझो कि ये कंटिन्यू कर रहा है ट्रेंड। तो लंदन ब्रेकआउट आपको ट्रेंड कंटिन्यूएशन की तरफ भी लेके जा सकता है। तो ज्यादातर ऐसे ही होता है, जैसे यूरो पाउंड पे हुआ है ना, नेक्स्ट डे भी उसने अप ब्रेक किया है। सही हो गया।
ठीक हो गया। ये अक्सर इसमें फेक आउट्स भी हो जाते हैं ना?
हाँ, फेक आउट्स होते हैं, लेकिन देखें आप हर दिन नहीं विन कर सकते। तो स्ट्रेटजी जो है उसका इसका यही है कि फेक आउट जिस दिन होंगे आपका वो लॉस हो जाएगा, और उस दिन आप उसको बस साइड पे हो जाएं। हाँ,
ठीक हो गया।
सही है। नॉर्मली देखें उसमें जब आप स्टडी करेंगे ना चार्ट का बैक डेटा, तो देखें कि फेक आउट कितने दिन हो रहे हैं। आप तकरीबन 30 दिन का डेटा देखें और उसमें देखें 30 दिन में अगर 4-5 दिन फेक आउट हुआ है तो ये एक अच्छी चीज़ है। अगर 70% ऑफ द टाइम क्लियर ब्रेकआउट हो रही है तो आप वो वाले पेयर सेलेक्ट करेंगे। पाउंड यूएसडी में फेक आउट ज़्यादा होते हैं, ये मैं बता रहा हूँ। यूरो पाउंड में कम होते हैं फेक आउट्स, ये मेरा पर्सनल मतलब एक्सपीरियंस है। क्योंकि पाउंड यूएसडी में पाउंड की न्यूज़ बहुत होती है और यूएसडी की न्यूज़ भी बहुत होती है, तो फेक आउट ज़्यादा होते हैं उधर। यूरो पाउंड जो है उसमें कम होते हैं फेक आउट्स। तो ये थोड़ा सा आपको हिस्ट्री में जाना पड़ेगा, डेटा मैं भी करूँगा टेस्टिंग ये सारी करके, मैं बताऊँगा क्या सीन है ना। Okay, so guys, Matt has asked about another intraday strategy setup. So I will show EuroCAD was in a super strong uptrend, and let's start on the, I think, 26th, and let's load the chart. And this can work on 1 hour chart as well and on the 15 minutes. So I will use 15-minute because on intraday mostly I use 15-minute chart. Okay, so this is the candle. And the London time, London session starts from 12 p.m. Pakistan time. And someone has asked a question. So, okay, so let's start it. So as we know that EuroCAD was in uptrend, so here, so this is just about to enter in a London. Okay, so yeah.
पापा है आपका बेटा पापा, मैं क्या करूँ? किधर जाना है? ठीक है मीटिंग होती है हमने। ओके नहीं, हमको पता है ये चम्मच इसने कहाँ से निकाले?
पता नहीं।
वो कहते मुझे नहीं पता।
Okay, so I think I entered, what I remember, as you can see, the trend was moving again in the upward direction, and let me show you what a bull flag is. This was the pull up at that point, because at that point London session has started. So this is a smaller bull flag. This pattern is called a bullish flag. So when this area got broken and this resistance got broken here, I would enter like on this candle or maybe on this candle. Let's just buy here, and stop loss should be below that zone, that area, right? So it is about, you can say 45 pips setup, and I'm keeping the TP open. So I would buy here, and my stop loss just below this bullish flag, and it's going in profits. Okay, another bullish flag has formed. You can see if you missed that previous one, this. So that another bullish flag, you can enter here as well, but I suggest to enter when this high point got broken. Like here, you could have entered, or at that point you can enter, I would enter here, another one. And stop loss should have been just below that point, but it is set on 45 pips. So let's just keep moving it. And you can see this, because the price is moving so fast, the screen has got a bit down, but you can see this was also another kind of a bullish flag, not a clear one, but still you can see. Let me zoom out a bit. So you could have entered again here. Sorry about that, the screen has. So you could have entered, let me just go to previous. You could have entered on the break of that point again, and stop loss just below this area. It would have given you 1-to-1 here, because that would have 1-to-1, but as I have not set TP, just for your understanding, this was a profit, this was a profit, and this was also a profit. But as I have not set TP, so this is going down. Okay, so that is how I take my intraday setup on this bullish flag or bearish flag in case of a downtrend. So this, and this, they all were profits, and this is how I take some intraday trades. So I hope on properly on this strategy. I will brief you in the next session, but this was just for an example. So I hope it made something interesting and clear to you, Matt. So if you have some more questions, like any general question, you can ask. Like Mumin asked about the risk management. So the risk management is very simple. I said 5% per trade, but if you are not comfortable with 5%, you can always lower down the percentage. Like you can always clear like 2% per trade, or like 3% per trade, 2.5% per trade, free up some space. Okay. Cool. So our sessions are going to improve further in future, as I am also learning new things, and I will always be sharing new things to you. And just 1 year of consistency and practice, and we will get better. You will get better. All it needs is patience, practice, and hard work. Because forex market will not give you easy money. You have to earn it. Okay, guys, so I'm stopping this recording and I will send the recording in the group, and those who were not able to attend it, they can play the session and they can send the questions in group. I hope you like this session today, and you can always add a comment in the group chat that what you feel or what you felt about the session. And I hope and I wish you a good weekend and wish you a better trading week ahead.